Let me tell you, that's possibly the nicest donut I have ever tasted. Hello everybody, it's Barry here. Hope you are well wherever you are in the world. Welcome to our kitchen.
Welcome to our kitchen.
Toy that my kids have got. Today we are making old school jam filled, those rounded donuts. You don't get them anymore. You see like the Homer Simpson style ones, and don't get me wrong, they're amazing. I do love a Krispy Kreme. Other brands are available. Oh my gosh. I've never really made donuts here on the channel, so I thought, you know what? We're blooming well gonna do that. But I grew up on that budget pack of sugary rounded donuts with the jam or the jelly. I think people call it jelly some places. Shoved in. And I've never made it. It intrigues me. We're going to do it today, and hopefully you're going to give it a go and add in any filling you want. Shove some custard in there with the jam. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Now, being the forward-thinking guy that I am, I have already done some of the steps today. So we are going to start by making the dough, and we're going to montage this. Montage commences now. You're going to need some plain flour today. Now, that is actually strong bread flour for me, just because we have so much of it in the house. Really good for baking in doughs, but plain flour should be all right. I say should because I've not made many donuts before. So. Bit awkward. You're gonna need some sugar, some salt, 2 eggs from a chicken. You're gonna need a sachet of fast action yeast. I've no idea why that comes in 7 grams, but it does. Could be like a unique weight, you know, it's ideal. 8 grams, too much. Some butter, but you don't want it firm like that, so shove it in the microwave, blast it for 30 seconds, and you end up with a sort of warmed, melted butter. You don't want it too hot. A drop of vanilla extract, although that could look like rum, couldn't it? That'd be nice. Oof. Oof. And the final thing for the dough is some milk. Now I went for some full fat milk. Just I was thinking, oh, we're going for donuts. We use skim milk in our... Oi! I'm doing a montage! Hey, mate! Doing a montage. We use skim milk in our house. Sorry, as I was saying. But I just thought full fat in bacon and donuts. You want that. So grab a big old bowl and stick your flour in there along with the sugar. Then you can do salt, and obviously I was going to do the old salt bay thing, but someone's like, you cannot do salt bay, he's charging expensive steaks in London. On a comment I saw the other day, I was like, it's quite fun. I didn't do it. Salt in. Give it a little shimmy together with a whisk until it's all nice and combined and one consistent dry mixture. For the wet mixture, you're going to add in the butter, which is still warm but not piping hot, otherwise you'll end up cooking your eggs. Pour in the vanilla extract and the milk and whisk away, baby, until you've got a consistent mixture, which actually, once it segregates, you kind of get like this little layer, this banding of like a buttery milk Guinness. Now you want to combine the wet and the dry together, so it's only natural to think, hey, I've got a whisk in my hand, I'm going to add the wet into the dry, let's give that a little whisk. But no, what I found before, if you've got a hand mixer with the dough hook on, although someone did say a standard beater would also work, save the energy unless you don't want to go old school. Beat that together with a dough hook, or it's kind of like a semi-stand mixer. If you've got a stand mixer, that'd be even better, or just use your hands. Whisk it together until you've got a nice smooth dough. Take it from the dirty bowl into a greased new bowl with the dough in there, and then wrap Master 3000 cling film right on top, shoving that into a nice warm place for at least 90 minutes, ideally 2 hours, and it should, by the end, double in size.
2 hours later.
All right, there we go. That has doubled in size. It's been 2 hours, and you're probably thinking, Barry, is that a different bowl? It could be. It could be. It's gonna be a little bit sticky and need to be knocked back. Oh, you wonderful thing. Oh my gosh. We should be able to get about 10 portions out of this. We've got, oh wow. We put 500 grams of flour in there and it's gone to 1 kilo. So it literally, when you say, oh, wait for it to double in size, and then we added some other bits in there as well. So stick that on. 100. All right, 10 of those, please. A lined baking tray. So baking paper if you don't have a Barry Lewis baking mat, which I'm hoping to get a few more before Christmas, by the way. So look out for those on Amazon US and UK, but they'll ship worldwide. And if you're not covered by flour at this stage, you're doing it wrong. I'm gonna jump and do 10 of those. See you in a minute. All right, I have no idea how it happened, but I've actually ended up, rather than 10, with 11 and a teeny little one. They're just on the tray like that. So to be fair, I do know how that happened. It's just maths, it's fine. So, wrap Master 3000. We're gonna lightly oil it, or you could use baking parchment, but we don't tend to get much anymore because of the baking mat, so this is another way. So you lightly greased cling film on there like that, and we leave that and that one for another hour.
1 hour later.
There we go then, folks. After an hour, they have doubled in size, looking amazing. I don't know if they'll puff up anymore once they fry, so you could probably make them a bit bigger if you want, but we'll work that out once we get to that stage. In other news, I went to a craft store the other day and bought this hand because I want to, for our Halloween on our front garden, I was going to stick a like hand coming out. It might be a bit sinister. Yes, I haven't really done that yet in the video. What we're going to do in the meanwhile, so I'm going to leave them out in the warm as long as possible, just to allow them to double in size even more. This is some leftover oil, vegetable oil that I had from a video the other day, and it's nice and clean. Try and reuse your oil as much as you can, folks. Start to get that oil nice and warm, and then we can fry them up straight from that pan. Now, I always find these thermometers a little bit temperamental, but I'm trying to be in roughly the range where I am now, between 180 and 170. With frying, I find this always quite tricky. By doing it this way, obviously we can lower the heat and increase it. When we drop the dough in there, it will drop it and it'll be like, oh, okay, and it's got to come back up. But then if that oil's too hot, the donuts can burn, so you really need to monitor your temperature, okay? So get one of these, or what I found best, the old school candy thermometer. I quite like that, but today, number 2, we will do the lasers. Probably regret it. Aside from the thermometer, I've got myself a slotted spoon, some sugar to roll it in once it's cooked, lined chopping board with some kitchen towel to soak that initial fat in, and the oil. Let's get these donut balls out. The other thing to say is when I generally fry, you might notice that I turn the handle to one side. I mean, that's basically mainly because when I'm filming, going back and forth, I do not want to catch myself on that, but I think someone taught me that one day. I was like, oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, these are looking amazing. I don't know if they're going to put, that is a beauty. But let's just try with our test sample in here for a bit. Now, one tip I was told was I mean this is the small version, but if it bubbles like that, it's still cooking. But as these ease, we can turn it over and do the other side. Oh, look at that colour, nice, it's just starting to go. It puffed up a little bit, which is really promising. Awesome, look at that colour. And much less bubbling going on now. So I think, probably put that just down there, nice and safe. That is ready to go. Or should I say dough? Okay, let's go for this. I am going to be confident and put 3 in at a time. Here we go. There's an initial bit of colour, there we go, like that. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. That was probably quite a lot of dough to shove in there. It probably brought the temperature down a little bit, hence why it's not quite as golden as this one, which I just rolled in the sugar. But my fear of them being, oh yeah, they've doubled, but not quite the size I'm used to, has completely been eradicated. These are going to be a nice size. Oh yeah. In fact, this one, I am really happy with this. Let's take that one out and stick it down there. Oh yeah, baby. A little bit when you like making churros, I guess. You just roll that in the sugar entirely, or just dress it and roll it around like so. Oh, and now that suddenly to me looks like a donut. Awesome. I'll repeat that and see in a bit. One thing of note before I roll this next batch in the sugar is now I know, you know, sometimes on donuts you get that sort of banding like that. I was like, why is that? It's one of those intriguing things as I demolish the donut in my mouth. Because one half is bobbing in the oil and the other one isn't. Maybe a good one for a pub quiz, yeah? Alright, I'd love to say that I held back, but no, that little donut, you're probably wondering what happened to it. I ate it. And let me tell you, that's possibly the nicest donut I have ever tasted. So I have no idea what these are going to be like with the jam in it. The jam I've just taken from a jar, which I bought from a supermarket, which is a shop. Jam, strawberry jam, you can put any jam in you want, mix fillings up. Apparently, never done this. There's probably a poor old person, there's probably not, no. There's someone that, like a machine that just nozzles, pumps the jam into the donut. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to take my jam and literally dollop it, boom, into the bag. Oh, I caught it on camera. I did it again. I broke another one of my little pinch pots. They're amazing as well. I have to order some more. I just want to raise it off the ground. Now, apparently, we can get the end of a spoon, a chopstick, or even just the nozzle of your piping bag. But I figured, yeah, let's go for the chopstick. And if I push the nozzle in, oh, that's made it even bigger. And there is jam going in that donut. Oh, yes. Oh, that is weighty now. Yes. Amazing. Right, well, I'm just gonna keep doing that. And then we'll try one. Folks, putting them in a loaf tin like that holds them really well. Just a little suggestion if you want, or you could eat them straight away. I thought I'd leave a few plain as well, because I'm gonna rip one open, see what they're like. Oh, I just wanna make sure this is cooked. Yes, it is. It was like really uncertain, like you just don't know, do you? Amazing. Do you like a donut? Oh, bless you. Anyhow, the amount of sugar I've had on my hands and the amount of washing in between doing that, it's kind of crazy. So once you hold that donut, never let it go, folks. Good, it's a good fact in life, isn't it? Once you hold that donut, never let go. Here we go. See that? You see? Food coma. I'm trying not to get too excited because I'm laced in sugar. But that is, without a doubt, the best donut I have ever tasted in my life. And I've been to Dunkin' Donuts, I've been to Krispy Kreme, I've been to all that. And of course, they're amazing with those extra flavours. But what I'm talking about there is the dough, the texture of that freshness. If you ever see me at a fair, don't get me wrong, I'll take some of those fried donuts all day long. These are fried, but they taste, there's almost like a breadiness to them, like the dough is sort of chewy but light and fluffy and comforting, and sugar laced, and the jam just, I want to do more donuts. I might make a massive one. If I can get a safety oil vat thing that can do it safely is the key word. These are absolutely outstanding. And I don't say that often. This is stonking, this is good, it's tasty. This has really blown my mind. So don't take my word for it. We'll get the girls to try it when they get home from wherever they are. Because I literally have no idea where my family are. But thanks for watching. I always wanted to do a donut. I don't know why I never did. But now I want to adapt this recipe to like the ring one, or maybe revisit the Homer one. We're not done enough for that today. So good. Please try this. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. And if you try it, send me a snap of the food. Bye.
I'm a raw meat rapper, baby, ain't science in a label, but I'm spreading out these lyrics like topping on a bagel. Cooking is the shizzle, so don't you get stressed, just get a hot pan and some chicken breast.
These look good.
Right, go on then, have a go.
Clay, the challenge is you've got to eat them without licking your lips.
That is not going to happen.
Have you ever done that?
Well, the amount of sugar I've had to wash my hands so many times.
These look like proper shop donuts as well.
Oh, thanks, mate.
They look good. They look better than shop ones.
Oh.
They're nice, aren't they?
Oh, wow. They are so good.
That's why I didn't really build it up. The girls have literally come home and I'm like, just try this.
Wow.
That was, for me, one of the best donuts I've ever tasted in my life.
And me?
They are really nice.
Yeah? Alright, cool. Seal of approval.
I think I'm getting too much sugar everywhere now.